Hello everyone, this is Arisuzawa and we're playing Samsara Room by Rusty Lake. Where am I? Is this the circle of life? I have to find a way out. Okay, this is one of their wonderful escape room scenarios. This is actually a remake of, I believe, the first one that they did. So the idea is you have to progress through this game by collecting different things. Is what's normal. Is that me? Look a bit ghosty. So if you notice, there's kind of an S curve here. Try to remember that. So first we need to find the candles. Candle number 1. We have to spell something out, but in this part of the game you don't know what it is yet. You have an envelope, you can't open it yet. This is the easiest puzzle. Just turn this one, put that in there. Wonderful. Candle number 2. I love unlocked doors. Drawers, really, not doors. Get a knife, always useful. And a fish, not quite as useful. And candle number 3. Got a clock we can change, but we don't know what to change it to. And we have 4 triangles we need to find. And a cute little gecko. He's adorable. There we go. Use the knife. There we go. Greenest of it. So now you already have 1 candle here. Pop the others in. Pop the fish down here. But it's not going to open yet because you still need to light the candles. So you're missing 1 item. Come here, open the envelope, pull it out, enlighten me. So you've got, okay, I'll admit I thought this was a squid. It's not, it's a heart, like an anatomical heart. Fish, gecko, worm, egg, and human. Oop, we need that right there. Enlighten me. And a matchbox. Now we can go back, light our candles. Doesn't matter what order. There we go. Now if it actually had opened and you had made some sort of mistake, this would be black. So you have to have the white cube. Just click through. Now we're underwater. And you have a fish head. And there's a shell. You want to collect the shells. If you slide this over, there we go, a square with a line through it. I look a bit fishy. Yep, you do. That you do. Yeah, this one's pretty easy. So you just want to start clicking on the bubbles that are the closest to the left side. Sorry, my mouse clicks are so loud. Click on this origami hat a few times. We got a key. Enlighten me. Now with this, you can open this. We'll need this jar later. We'll have to come back because we need this water, but we don't actually need to get the water yet. Another shell. Okay, so this one took me forever. I thought this was one of those games where you push, it stays down, push, it stays down. Oh, wrong one. Damn it, gotta try again. Oh, damn it. It's actually not. So as long as you push on the ones that don't have a black dot under them, it doesn't matter what order you put them in. You can start here if you like, as long as they don't have a black dot. It took me a lot longer than I care to admit to figure that out. I actually did find kind of a pattern you could do. It's just because I was not hitting the ones with the black dot. So yeah, go me. There we go. I have another bottle. Click on the kind of the cross-looking X's here. Pop it open. And your fourth shell. But you still don't have anything to put in there. So now this you can change, but you can't change it just yet. It's not going to really help you. So we've got Mr. Fish. There you go. And this should take us back to... No, it doesn't. Because we're still here. Oh, that's right. I forgot. So here, click on the nail and just keep pulling them out until a hand. And this hand wants something. Of course, it's the knife. Thanks. Really. So thrilled. Let's go back. Now switch out our fishy with a heart. This should take us back to the original room. There we go. Now we have the original room. So from here, you can use... If you push on him, he'll go just to another room. So use this jar, and you can catch Mr. Gecko. Now, if you like, you can go back. If you put the fish, switch them out, put the fish down. You can go back in here, and you can fill this jar with water, because now you need the water eventually. Switch it with the heart. There we go. Now from here, we should be able to put the gecko down. And now the room is upside down. I like the view. Good. Now if you scoot this over, you've got a triangle. Okay? Come in here. Take the marble. I keep wanting to call them pearls for some reason. Okay. This is pretty simple. It's similar to the water bubble thing. So you want to match, or you want to light the candles in the order smallest to biggest, or if you want, closest to the top. These look pretty similar. There you go. Get another one. Some creepy paintings. Nothing underneath. It's the corrupted soul or something like that. So now this tells us 3:55. So the time, 3:55. So you're going to play a lot with the clock. There's nothing here. Nothing here. However, you can roll it down. Get another marble. Should be 3, yes. We've got one more. But now you have to arrange these books. So if you look, you can see this line. There you go. You see all those guys. So you want to get this. See that S right there? You want to get this here and then have everything else lined up nice and neat in here. Now several of these books have the same height or length. So there's a little variation in how you can arrange them if you like. But basic idea, I can quite remember. These out of the way. Could have done a better job at that, but it's okay. It's It's all right. Can't quite remember how to do it. This guy needs to be just a little bit over there. Right there. And ta-da. There we go. So like these three are the same height, so it doesn't really matter which ones goes here, and these three are the same. In fact, this one's the same. So all four of these are the same. So click here and the book falls. But because we're on the ceiling, you can't actually see it. It's all right. So now if we change this to 355, we get a triangle key. Our first triangle key. With the pearl. Now if you go through this, I think it's just going to bring you back here. Yeah, it's just going to keep you there. So you need to switch them out every time if you want to go back. Oop, darn it. If you want to go back. So I'm going to switch out with the heart. That should take us to the original room. There you go. So now we can find the book that fell. The seed of sacrifice. So you have a seed and you need water. Remember the time. We need 3 of these. We only have 1. The past is never dead. That's, I guess, 825. Mirrors don't lie. Sort of. Let's change this to 825. Got another one. Key. Now I believe if we go to the fish one, so we could have done that on our way here, but it's okay. So you see the Samsara 215, I guess. It's like 215. Already pulled those out. And you've got number 3. Good. So now let's go back to the original room. All you have to do is just switch out the fish for the heart. There you go. Now we can put all 3 pieces in like so. Oops. Hello. And we have our seed. So now, take our seed, put it in this little pot, take the jar of water, that's where that comes in. But now we can't see it because it's closer to the ceiling. So, take back the heart, put the gecko in, and there we are. Come on. And we have a worm. But we also need to collect those petals as well. We won't be able to do that from here. See, everything's all upside down still. So we're going to go back here and put the worm in. There we go. Now this should give you your fourth symbol. I feel so small. Kind of an envelope type symbol. So hit this a couple of times. We can't open it yet, but you'll need this. Over here, grab our knife, move these around a bit. Maybe your first petal. Hit that a couple of times. There we go. Get it to land. That would be 2. Now here, I usually use the matchbox, but I've been told you can also use the knife as well. Oh, sure can. Either way, whichever works. So now we have 3. So let's go over here, use the knife again. So we want to connect up the circuits. This one's super easy. So follow this one, because you want to connect these two together. So line up, line those up. Line up these. There you go. Hit this a couple of times. There you are. Number 4. So let's go back to our corpse. Click on his ear. He'll open his mouth. Go down his throat. So now you want to look for a little orange light. So if you see that light but you don't really mess with it, if you keep going straight, you'll see these are empty, okay? So you want to find those little lights and click on them. I don't think you have to click on them too much. Maybe just clicking on them once is fine. Just gonna have to look out where they are. There we go. So we've activated all 4. No. Yes, we have. Okay. So now here is a splitting point. There is a secret ending to this. If you want, you can go ahead. You say 1, 2, 3, 4. So this was the heart room, the fish room, the lizard room, and the worm room. And what you saw in those mirrors, you can just match those up. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or you can go for a separate set of symbols. And these symbols could only be found when you were watching Rusty Lake's Twitter and looking for clues and all kinds of craziness. So it's a little bit challenging to find those. But I suggest, if you want the secret level, I suggest doing it first. Because once you complete the level, then it brings you right back to the normal rooms, and you can just continue on with the game. If you continue with the game normally and don't do the secret room, then to get the secret room, you have to do everything up until this point again. So, to save time, we're just going to go for the secret room first, and then we'll do the normal walk. We'll just continue with the normal walk. So the first symbol you would find was in the cube escape Arles. I actually don't know how to pronounce that. So the second symbol, so that was the first symbol. I have this written down, just a moment. So the first symbol was found, and it is here. So then the second symbol, get this out of the way, is this one, so number 2. So this was found, not by me, this is by many, many people who've done So the second symbol was in the hypnosis video with Mr. Owl for the owls on Van Gogh's birthday. So that was the revisiting the cube escape. Oh, here we are. The third symbol, oh, I put it in the right place, was this thing. And I'll post links to somebody else who did a really, really good walkthrough for it if you like. She did a pretty good job. But anyway, and then the fourth symbol is this little squiggly line right here. There we go. So this will give you the shrimp. If you had done it the normal way, you would have gotten something over here. So let's take our shrimp. Back out of here. Over here. Place our petals. I don't like this. There we go. And then take our worm and instead place the shrimp. Good. It's a little bit strange perspective. We have a piece of crumpled paper. I don't like shrimp. Aww. So now we need the 4 elements. So now we have water. Nothing around here because the shrimp is just extra. So we have a locked jar again. We have a bundle of sticks. Take one. So we have fire. So this one took me a while to figure out, but you want to make a clock. So let's bring these guys here. Check. Whatever. There we go. Then I'll show you 245. We have earth. And we have a pencil. Yeah, this way. 245. There we go. We have a bottle, empty bottle. And Mr. Giant Shrimp. Oh no, get a. Oh, hello. Use our water, our little bottle on this vial, and we have the elixir. Doesn't seem like something I'd want to take personally. We have our crumpled paper. Take our pencil. Presto! Got our key and air. So water, fire, earth, air. Take our shrimp. Air. It doesn't seem to matter what order you put them in. There we go. Put the elixir. So if you don't put anything in here, it should show, yeah, black square. Can't do anything. So then the elixir is here. Is that me? Who is she looking at? To be fair, that does look kind of like me when I was a kid. Congratulations, you found the secret ending of Samsara Room. Win a prize. Now, if you click here, you will be taken to Rusty Lake's website, and you can enter a drawing, if you like, for a Rusty Lake t-shirt. You have until, I believe, July 1st to be able to do so. You do have to fill out a little bit of information, and specifically one question. Who are the two people, or who are the two characters that you saw in the window just now? And if you're unfamiliar with Rusty Lake's games, you may not know the names of these people. But I'm sure you can probably, I don't know, Google around or even go onto their website and look at characters to know who these people are. And all of their games center pretty much around two families anyway. So it's pretty easy to figure out who you're really dealing with. But anyway, so we're gonna go back to the game. So this just takes us back to the original room. We have all of our items, and we can go back. Which one was that? Was that the water room? I forget. No, it was the worm room, wasn't it? Yep, okay. So if we go back to our handy dandy corpse, click on through. So now here, this is where you would want to put the original ones. Let's see if I can remember without looking at my notes. So the worm was the envelope. The third one was the arrow. Okay, I don't know. All right, hang on. The first one was a line. Okay, there you go. The second one was that one. That one stays the same. And you get an egg. So instead of our shrimp, we will put in, where am I going? There it is, an egg. So let's take away our worm, put the egg in. I feel free. Good. And there's nothing behind them, you don't have to worry about them. So we have two hooks. We've got a telephone, some clouds. Click on that. I think he's saying let me out. We've got a pot with nothing in it. Some drawers. So now you're gonna look up some times, and we've been through a few of them, but these are a little bit different. You also have into the night, so you want to go into the night. You're going to worm, the heart, the lizard, and the fish, and then a weight equals 1. Put that back. Sorry. There we go. This is going to become important later on. I'm not going to read it just yet. You can if you want to, but I'll read it later when we need it. Suffice to say, it has to do with an owl. So, when we get the owl. And a 1 weight. 1 kilo, 1 pound, I don't know. We have Mr. Squirrel. We want these feathers, but Mr. Squirrel is not going to give us the feather. Jerk. Oh, I forgot to grab the egg. You will want to take your egg back. Okay, so we have our egg. Place it here. Crack open the eggs. This is a strange puzzle, but the idea is you kind of want to go back and forth between open mouth and new, and it's a little bit weird. So the new, open mouth, new. But see, then this you would think you would do open mouth, but you actually do the new one, the finger. And then open mouth, new, and new. And you get your feathers. So it's a little bit odd, but okay. So this clock is very different. So it has, so we're on the afternoon. So afternoon, evening, night, morning. What do we have? The worm. Okay, so this is where you want to work with the clouds. So if you click on these clouds, if you notice they're a little bit different. Like, these are very realistic looking clouds, except for this room. These are moving. So you kind of want to drag it around until you find a shape that you recognize. There we go. Sometimes it's not the easiest. His little tootsies and his eyes. There we go. Then one more. Clock. So that would be 7:25. There we are. Now evening time. Over here, pick up the sunflower. On the paper airplane. Rise up. Take your feather. Now we have 2 feathers. Oh, pass it up. R-I-S-E-U-P. Rise up. There he is. Turn on the gas. Go away. Light the fire. Can't really go very far with a big sandbag, so cut the cord. Let's open our sandbag. So we have a bit of sand, a box we can't really do anything with right now, and 2 weights. Look at these. So we can take these weights. Actually, let's go ahead and do this one. So you have a bit of sand, not the greatest medium for sunflowers, to be honest. Here's some. So the idea behind this is kind of that pseudo myth about sunflowers following the sun. So you want to tip over the sunflower, but it's not terribly easy. You just kind of have to, there we go, work it around a bit. Take the sunflower seed. Okay, let's take these weights, and actually, if you wanted to, you could go back to, what time is it? If you wanted to, you could go back to the afternoon really quick. That's 2 o'clock. and give the sunflower seed to the squirrel. And take that. So now let's go back to 725. Well, actually, you know, might be able to just do it here. Okay, so we've got our weights. So we know that this is 1. Okay, by weighing other things, we can see that Mr. Worm is nothing. The knife is a bit heavier. The gecko is the same, so they're both 1 and 1. So if you put them together, they'd be 2. Get rid of our worm. Matchbox is 2 as well. So you have 1, 1, and 2. Heart is quite a bit bigger. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4. Our knife, 1, 2, 3. Our knife is a 3. So if we get rid of those and we put the fish in, so you've got a 3 and a 1. Actually, we could just do a matchbox. There you go. So he's a 5. So 5, 4, 2, 3, 1, and 0. So you know the weights of certain things. So if we go here, where was it? Worm, heart, gecko, fish. So 0, 4, 1, 5. So 415. Right about, there we go. I'll take this all the way to evening. Click on Mr. Owl. Now, I don't like this one. It's creepy. Just take your knife. It's an eye. It's gross. Actually looks really similar to my eyes, except I have dark blue, medium blue, and green. Very similar to my eyes. I have heterochromia. So if you look here, it shows eye positions. So upper left, lower left, upper right, lower right. Postbox, snake, stick, upside down cross. Oops. So, postbox, cross, stick, snake. And you get the pocket watch. So now you just have to arrange the cogs so that they work properly. It's not terribly difficult. There you go. Now you have 7:45. Looks like. But first we have our owl to work with. So if you remember, here we had something to read. After the sun set in the evening, the owl came to me through the nighttime air. The moon was larger than I had ever seen. The owl looked to the right while he spread his wings. Then he turned again to look at me and spoke these words. Do not forget your purpose. He looked to the left, and then he said, You have to become something else. Become enlightened. He looked me straight in the eyes. When the sun rises in the morning. He turned his head all the way to the back, and then he was gone. So, we have right, forward, left, forward, back. So you may be tempted to go right, left. You can't actually go left. Reset that. So right, and make sure you stop. Forward, stop. Now spin it all the way. Left, stop. Forward, stop. And then just kind of guess where the back would be. It doesn't have to be perfect. Here we go. So now we have all 4 feathers. So if we go to 7, I think it's 7:45. Here we go. Morning. As we have our 4 feathers, but we don't still have a sacrifice in the middle. So I have a beautiful heron. Heron wants to eat. How about a heart? Nom, 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 nom. How about a fish? Nom, 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 nom. How about a worm? Nom, nom, nom. I don't think it'll eat the shrimp. No, it doesn't want the shrimp. How about the gecko? Nom, 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 nom. So now you've ran out of things, so you click on them a few times, they'll start regurgitating a baby. Yeah, that's Rusty Lake. Now we have a baby. Baby. So it looks like we've gotten everything. So let's put down feather. Get these out of here. It's annoying me. There we go. And our baby. Click on through. And just click on each item. I've made it out. The end. Samsara Room was released to celebrate our 5-year anniversary. We want to thank you for playing our games and your big support. Please stay tuned for future Rusty Lake updates. They are wonderful games. They are great games. I highly recommend them. You can play a bunch of their games for free on their website. You can download them for mobile. The ones that are not free are the little bit longer ones, like, what are they? Paradise, or Hotel, or Paradox, Roots, that's a good one. They're a little weird, they're a little strange, like what you saw here today, and they get a little bit weirder, but they're very, very interesting, very evolved, revolving around 2 different families. So, yeah, I highly recommend them, they're great. And the White Door is the most recent one. The White Door and Paradox, I think, was the one before that. So, highly recommend them. Alright guys, thank you very much. This has been Arisuzawa playing Samsara Room for Rusty Lake. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back and we'll play more Rusty Lake and many, many, many other games. Alright, stay safe, wash your hands, stop touching your face, and have a good day. Matane!